Hi guys, thanks for joining me. Today, on request, I am going to do the foundation wardrobe tag that was originated by the UK YouTuber Charlotte Holdcroft. Hi guys, my name is Ange and thank you for joining me on Angela Stuart Beauty, where I share all things beauty and lifestyle to help you be your best as a mature woman. If that sounds like you, please consider subscribing by clicking on the subscribe button down below. And if you like these types of videos that are aimed at the woman over 50, click on the notification bell so that YouTube notify you each time I upload a new video. Now, I am always on the hunt for the perfect holy grail foundation, and then I had somebody in my comments in one of my videos saying it would be fun to see my foundation wardrobe tag that was initiated by Charlotte Holdcroft. I will leave links down below to her channel and her video that she created on this tag, and if you would like to see what my foundations are for certain situations, just keep watching. Now, as with any tag, there are a variety of questions that are posed in order to help pick what foundation you would use for each situation. So, question number 1. What foundation would you wear for a date night or an evening event? Now, I would have to say that at the moment it would be a new discovery for me, and that would be NARS Sheer Glow. Now, funnily enough, I stumbled upon this foundation rather by accident. Two reasons why I had never purchased it for myself is the name in itself, Sheer Glow. I thought two things that would be against me is the fact that it would be sheer coverage, and I have quite pigmented, I have a lot of sun damage, I have melasma around my chin area. I thought being a sheer coverage, it wouldn't cut the mustard for me. I do prefer something more on the medium to full, depending on the occasion I am wanting a foundation. So I never purchased it because of the fact it said sheer. The second reason is that I have oily combination skin, and the glow part of this name put me off as well. Now, I must admit, in years previous, I only ever found or used foundations that had matte. Somewhere in the name, somewhere in the description, I was always a matte foundation kind of girl. I found that in right up to my 40s, even my mid 40s, my skin was just an oily, greasy mess. It could be great in the morning, but by lunchtime, I really felt that you could fry an egg on my T-zone. It was just a slippery slope and everything just slipped and slipped and slid away. So never entertained this type of foundation. Now that I'm in my 50s, my skin has definitely changed. It's more normal combination. I still get that shine down the T-zone if I am exposed to severe air conditioning, heat, especially in the winter. I get very, very glowy, and also in the summer months I can get quite glowy as well. Now, what happened with this is during lockdown I placed an order at Mecca Beauty, and this arrived instead, and the address or the name of the person on the order was not me, and it was someone at the other end of New Zealand. I contacted Mecca, and it turned out she'd received my skincare parcel. Being COVID and lockdown, they respectively told us that we could keep each package and they would resend our original order. So Although this foundation was in medium 3.2, which was a little bit warm for me, it has a olive warm undertone. Because it was lockdown, I thought I would try it anyway, and I was really, really impressed with it. It is the foundation I'm wearing today. It isn't sheer coverage. It definitely builds up to a beautiful coverage. It is definitely medium, and I can build it to full on the areas that I want to cover. I loved it that much that I have purchased my correct shade, and at the moment, seeing as it's winter, I'm very light. So this is in light 6, and it is the colour that I'm wearing at the moment. I really love this foundation, and as I said, it was an unfortunate happy mistake that I got to try this foundation, and I think I will be able to mix the two as we change seasons, and then in the summer I will get use out of the 3.2. So that would have to be the foundation I would reach for at the moment for a date night or an evening out. The next category is the school run, which is totally out for me, being my age, or errands. Now, I do not go on errands generally with a bare face. I don't get fully made up, but I like something on my face, whether it is a tinted sunscreen. But if I was going to be doing errands for any length of time, I love something like a BB cream or CC cream, and in this instance the one I would reach for is my Arborian BB cream. Now I'm nearly out of this. I really enjoy this. It has an SPF of, I think it's only 20. Yes, it has a broad spectrum SPF of 20. I still wear my sunscreen underneath, and the colour that I have this in is Doré, and I like to apply this with my fingers, and it's just really, really simple. It's just as easy to throw it on over my sunscreen and throw a bit of lip gloss on, and I feel quite good to go. It just evens out my skin just a little bit. The next question is, which foundation will you use on a work day? Now I must admit I trial a lot of my foundations at work. Some days they're successful and some days they are not, but the best way for me to test a foundation, to see how it's going to wear, to see how it's going to hold up, is for me to wear it all day for a work day. But a no-brainer foundation that I would reach for without thinking if I didn't have my brain on in the morning would be my Too Faced Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation. A testament to how much I really like this foundation is the fact that I have it in 2 colours. I have it in warm beige for the summer months, and for winter I have natural beige. I am actually finding I'm very, very pale this winter for some reason, and the natural beige is even encroaching on being slightly too dark for me, but I am still using that. I would love to hear down below any of your foundations that you use for any of these questions in the foundation wardrobe tag. Please let me know down below what are your picks for certain questions. Question number 4 is, what foundation would you wear to a wedding? And for me that would be the Lexar foundation, and this is the Lexar, the Soft Fluid Longwear foundation. I really enjoy this. This is my second bottle. I must admit I never thought I would repurchase it. It is not the most affordable foundation, but you can guarantee a beautiful finish. It has good medium coverage, and it just has a beautiful finish to the skin and is very flattering for mature skin. So if I was going to a wedding, it's going to be a long day. Usually you would be putting your makeup on prior to midday and probably going right through to the evening event and probably not getting home till midnight. So this is definitely a foundation I would reach for if I wanted to look great all day and have my foundation last the distance. The next question is, which foundation would you wear clubbing? And all I could say was bah ha 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 ha. No, I don't go clubbing. It's not my scene. I'm too old, and I think if I did go clubbing, my children would disown me. So I've put something else in this section, and I've decided to put a lunch date. What would I wear for a lunch date with friends? So, you know, Mrs. Lunch-a-Lot or a nice lunch date with friends. And that would have to be my new enjoyment in foundation, the Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Foundation, and the colour I have it in is LM10. This is a beautiful foundation. It is so light on the skin. It feels so light. It gives a medium light, medium cover. I find more medium because I can build it up on the areas that I do want to build it up. I just love how it feels. You don't look overly made up, you just look like you've got perfected skin. So I think lunch with my friends, this is definitely the foundation I would reach for, so that I looked polished but not overmade. The next question is, what foundation would you wear to the gym or for exercise? Now this question is just irrevocably none. I care too much about my skin and the skincare that I use that I just wouldn't wear foundation or makeup to the gym. I'm not adverse to maybe a little bit of mascara and a lip gloss, but as far as the foundation goes, I would never wear foundation to the gym. Obviously when I go to the gym, I'm going to get hot and sweaty, and I find even especially now that I'm I'm carrying a little bit more weight than I really would like, I get sweaty very easily. It's not good for my pores, it's not good for my skin. I just feel it would negate anything that I would do with my skincare morning and evening. So I would just never wear foundation to the gym or when I'm exercising. If I was exercising outdoors, definitely no foundation, but I would definitely wear sunscreen. Obviously Charlotte's a lot younger than I am, because she has put number 7, what foundation would you wear to a festival? This is another place that I wouldn't be going to. So I have put down, instead of a festival, a concert. I can see myself, and I have done, like going to a concert, and the outdoor concerts in the summer are very, very nice. They're not for 4 or 5 days, they're usually just for an afternoon. So the foundation I would wear to a daytime concert, or even an evening concert if it was indoors, would be my Dior Backstage Face and Body Foundation. Another foundation that is very light. I can get a medium to full coverage with this, depending on if I take extra into the areas that I want. Super light on the face, is more on the matte side, so I appreciate that. If I'm going to be outdoors, of course I'm going to try and wear a hat, and I would have my sunscreen on. But if I'm going to be outdoors, it is highly likely that I'm going to have a bit of heat on me, and I could get quite glowy. So a matte foundation like this is a must for me for an outdoor event. The next question is, what would be your go-to everyday foundation? Now this is actually a new discovery for me, and it is breaking out of my comfort zone of wearing the matte foundations such as Dior Backstage and the Too Faced Peach Perfect. I am starting to get more comfortable with more luminous, well, you know, not glowy, not super luminous, but just something with a little bit more glow to the skin and not as mattifying. And a new discovery for me has been the Estee Lauder Futurist Hydra Rescue Foundation. This is a moisturizing makeup with an SPF 45. I never buy a product and count on the SPF. You never wear enough of the product to have the SPF be any good. And I always wear a SPF over my skincare, under my makeup anyway. But this is a beautiful foundation. It gives me the coverage that I like, but it has more of a, as I say, not super glowy, but it gives me a slight glow to my skin, a healthy glow. There we go, a healthy glow to my skin, and as well as the coverage, and I feel my age and I don't feel too over matte. So I'm really enjoying this, a new discovery. I love the packaging. I love tubes with the pump. Another reason why I love the Too Faced one. They are fantastic for when we can go traveling again, but when we were traveling, I just love these types of foundation packaging. They're light, they're easy, and it's great with the pump on there as well. What foundation would you wear to a pool party? Now for me, this would be a pool party or a barbecue with friends, but something outdoors where I'm having a few drinks and I'm mingling with some friends. And for that, I absolutely love the Clinique Anti-Blemish Solutions BB Cream. Now, I love this because it's watery light. It really does spread like a serum, has fantastic coverage, and it is, I wouldn't say matte, it's a satin finish, but it gives a beautiful velvety finish to your face. It actually gives fantastic coverage, so I think the pigment in here is awesome. And I love the fact that being a BB cream, it is also an SPF 40. I would still wear a sunscreen underneath, but I like this because it feels so light on the skin. It's giving me that little bit of extra sun protection for an outdoor event, and is just super light on the skin. Got my coverage and is sort of satin velvety on my skin, and I think that's super flattering. Even though it says anti-blemish solutions, it doesn't mean you have to have acneic skin or teenage oily skin. I just find the texture and the finish of this most complimentary on my mature skin. That's why I like this. I've tried some of the other foundations or BB creams in the Clinique line, and they're just a little bit too glowy for me, and they don't last on my skin for the whole day. But this anti-blemish solutions one is definitely my pick for a slightly oily T-zone come normal skin. And the last question, what do I see as my most beautiful foundation? And that by far would have to be my most expensive foundation, and that is the La Prairie Skin Caviar Concealer Foundation SPF 15, which I just think's a waste in a product. It comes with a foundation in the top, which I do use around this area of pigmentation as well, but this is truly a beautiful foundation. I will never repurchase this again. It's far too expensive. Even though the La Mer is expensive, it doesn't touch the sides to the price of this one. So as much as I love this, I would definitely call it my most beautiful foundation. Once I'm out of this, I shall have it no more because I won't repurchase. As much as I love it, I just can't justify that in a foundation, especially when I have discovered some amazing new discoveries that are very cost effective in comparison. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed Charlotte Holdcroft's tag, the foundation wardrobe tag. I have so many more foundations that I'd actually like to share with you, so I'm going to have another video coming up with all of my foundations, my loves and my not so loved, so that I can give you a breakdown of what works for me as a mature over 50 woman and having that oily skin. I'm definitely oily down my T-zone. I have large pores and I have texture, but it's this pigmentation that throws a spanner in the works. I actually am very pleased with my skin. I love my skincare and I actually feel sometimes I look younger without makeup on or without foundation, because my skin is quite smooth without foundation on. But I just worry, and well, I'm conscious, and I know probably no one else is, but I'm very conscious of my pigmentation on my face, and it does take up quite a bit of real estate on my face. It's totally all my own fault. Was never protective of my skin in the sun growing up. I was definitely in that era of layering baby oil all over my face, layering baby oil all over my body, lying out in the sun, and being part moldy, I do tan very easily and get very quite biscuity brown. And so growing up, that was just what we did, and we didn't know the effects and the harm that we were doing ourselves with the sun exposure. I am banging on relentlessly to my children, but that's that same thing, that when they're that young, they think they're infallible and it's not going to affect them until they get to their 40s and 50s and start seeing the effects of what the sun has done to them. So I do keep on at them about that, and sunscreen is your most important anti-aging product you can be using. I do hope you enjoyed that. Please click on the notification bell so that if you are interested in hearing all of my reviews of the foundations that I have or have used, click on the notification bell so that you are notified for any upcoming videos. If you haven't already, I would really appreciate if you could click on the subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up. I would truly appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. I hope you've all had a beautiful and a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you next time. See you later guys. Bye.